Hello, thank you for coming to Leap Taken. This is Mika. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. Today is all about the winter solstice. Tomorrow is December 21st. Today is December 20th. And I'm kind of psyched because this all follows along until the other big day on the 25th, which is Christmas Day, which I'm like a little kid about. I love the season, the holiday season. Um, but right now, it's all about the winter solstice. That's what I want to get into. So I have my notes here. I decided to do something a little different, but I realized my angle's off. So just bear with me as I look this way a couple times because I have it on my screen instead of writing everything out because that's who I am. So the winter solstice, so December 21st, the reason that sort of marks the longest, shortest day, longest night, winter solstice, okay? So that's that part of it. A lot of people who maybe follow Wiccan or, Wicca or pagan in general might, they say that it's Yule also, but the winter solstice represents sort of the rebirth of the sun. It's like I said, it's more Wiccan than anything, but you don't have to be Wiccan or follow Wicca to have reverence for the winter solstice. I'm not Wiccan. I was, but I'm not anymore. So, but I still follow the will of the year and the seasonal changes, and I pay my respects and my reverence for them. I enjoy doing it. To me, that's just part of me practicing witchcraft, regardless of whether it's practices as Wiccan or Wicca. I go like Wicca, Wiccan. You get what I'm saying. Hopefully, is regardless of that, it's what I do. Is what I'm saying. But the winter solstice for me is a time for planning. It's a time for plotting out 2020 and my goals and what I want for my life and what I want to grow and what I want to remove. So essentially, it's reconciliation. It's time for reconciliation. Tomorrow, what I'll be doing is I will have a candle burning. I'm going to anoint that candle mostly with lavender or something. Yeah, I think I'll go lavender. Or I think I have pine essential oil or something like that. So I might go that route. I'm not sure yet. But I'll anoint it with oil. And I'm going to have my journal. And I'm going to do a book blessing tomorrow because I plan on using this particular journal going forward for the purposes of writing down the things that I want to manifest, my desires, all of that sort of stuff in scripting. So I'm going to do the book blessing. Once I get that done, I'm going to write down basically my thoughts on all that had, from the last winter solstice until now, and what I need to reconcile. What's working, what's not in my life in general, and I mean all aspects of my life. And it doesn't necessarily mean that something's wrong. When you do this, you're not trying to find what's wrong and fix it or think of these new things to be better than last year. It's just having an honest discussion with yourself and maybe even spirit on what's working and what's not in your life. And if everything is working, great. More of the same. More of the same going into the 2020. If you do have a lot that's not working, before we, reinvent the wheel, why is it not working? Is it you or is it the plans themselves? Because a lot of times some of us are, I've been guilty of this. We make plans, but we're not keeping to the plans. It's not the plans that's wrong. It's not the goal that's wrong. It's that we are not pursuing it as we initially intended, and we feel sucky about it. It sucks when you make your own plans, you make your own goals, and you don't follow through. So you might feel a little guilt and a little shame about that. So that's really what the issue is, more so than the goal itself. So that's why I say reconciliation. You're sort of breaking everything down in the various aspects of your life. So for me, it's going to be health, relationships of all sorts, children, husband, friends, family, my overall worldview, my output, what has changed, what do I need to take from, the experiences that I've had over this last year, career, what am I doing, what I don't want to do, that sort of thing, personal development, all of that sort of stuff. So, and spiritual, and spiritual, which I kind of consider personal development, but in my spiritual self, part of myself as well. So yeah, I'll be taking stock and I'll be taking notes in my journal. So my notes will consist of lists. Like I said, the things I would like to manifest after I've sort of given myself an opportunity to think about this in a more meditative state, because that's what I plan on doing. As the candle burns, I will, after I do my list, I'll do some scripting, which are the very descriptive type I am statements. So I'll be doing that. And I may write down some spells that I plan on doing, if it comes to me, to help with the manifesting list that I'm going to create. So a lot of just quiet time sitting down with a book, a candle, and paper, a pen. That's it. That's what I'll be doing mostly for my ritual for winter solstice. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that opportunity right now. I am just planning for it by, getting my my notebooks and my planners ready to go, ready to be written in. So I'm, putting little washi tape and stickers and making it pretty, because that's what I do. So I'm doing that right now, and I'm feeling really positive. I'm already in alignment, and it's December 20th. So I'm feeling very positive. I'm feeling very chill already going into tomorrow. And I'm just feeling really good, really, really positive. So that's a great way to start when you're wanting to do goal setting, is to come from a place of already fulfilled and positive. And that's kind of how I feel right now. Another thing I just wanted to say is I meant to have this ready to go, sorry. I have my 30-day challenge. I'm calling it the January Do Something Witchy 30-day challenge. Super excited about this. So I have listed 30 witchy things to do for the month of January. And I know there are 31 days in January, but I wanted to keep it an even number 30. So I have that to go. So I grabbed some books and some of my own stuff that I've created. And I personally do, but I sort of wanted to I don't want to say make myself do it, but yeah, make myself do it. Make an intentional point to do something a little witchy every day. And I have some things that do require maybe a crystal, but you probably already have some. You could always swap things out. Nothing too crazy. But I'll share my list. And I'll probably put it in the comments, or at least link it to the blog, and I'll maybe put it there. Haven't decided where I'll put it yet, but there'll be something coming. Well, I'll share what I'm going to be doing, and if you would like to participate and kind of do this for yourself, that would be cool. But just do as much as you can, and that's kind of my attitude. I'll do as much as I can for the whole purpose of just living our witchy life. Like the first one, just to hit a sneak peek, January 1st, make a vision board for goal setting. So I would do that tomorrow, but I'm doing my other stuff. The vision board is not part of my winter solstice ritual, but I am going to be doing that on January 1st, or at least finishing it. I'll prep it beforehand, because I usually print pictures online. I don't have a lot of magazines. I don't subscribe to magazines, so I can't cut out pictures from magazines to represent, like things I want. I wish I did have some magazines around, but I don't. I throw them away. But yeah, I'll print some things off online. And I'll, have that. So that's something I'll be doing on January 1st, is sort of assembling it all. Because I don't even know if I'm going to use a board or, paper. So I got to think all that stuff out. But I will be doing it. I'll be finishing it on the 1st. So I'm excited about that. And I have a couple spells on the list. So anyway, I'll share that. I'll talk more about that probably next week, officially. about my little challenge that I plan on doing, and I invite others to join. So that's that. But yeah, winter solstice, perfect opportunity. Get a little quiet, self-reflective, thinking a bit of the past, but taking that, reconciling it with what you want to do in the future. So we're not, staying in a place of shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's more of like just understanding what did or didn't happen so we can move forward with that. So that's how I do my winter solstice ritual. I was gonna say resolution. Technically they are, because when I'm done, they'll most likely become New Year's. Once I get everything written down, I'll at least find a way to kind of combine it into a New Year's resolution. So there's that. And also I got to think of the word of the year. I know a lot of people in my community, my planning community, people who have a bunch of crazy planners, as planner ladies, that's something people are doing. Oh, what's your word of the year? So I was thinking deliberate would be mine. So I'll find a way to kind of journal, get a little deeper about that tomorrow as well. So those are my plans. Hopefully if I've inspired you a little bit to do something in honor of the winter solstice. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. Thanks. Happy winter solstice.